Hey Aquarius, welcome to your love reading for the month of June. Welcome to the Tarot Writer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we have for you for the month of June. I know we're already started in it, but let's see what comes out. All right, Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius for the month of June? Maybe some decision making is going to take place at the beginning of June, going back and forth between, could be two people, or just deciding about what to do with your partner. Maybe you guys are deciding upon something, and you're kind of going back and forth. You know, that card is about balance, but it's also about choice. So maybe you're going to have to use a little balance with coming to a decision. But let's see where this goes. Maybe somebody's juggling, don't want to go just there, but hey, there's possibilities all over. Okay, what else do we have for Aquarius? Okay, here we go. All right, so some more pentacles. You could be dealing with a Capricorn with the Three of Pentacles. However, I think, deciding upon, how you're going to either rebuild something with somebody or bring it to the next level. This could be how you're going to shape your relationship. Maybe things have changed, so it kind of switched over into something else. And now you're growing. You're trying to figure out what to do with this person, or how you guys are going to operate now. With quarantine and the whole virus and just the climate of politics today, a lot has changed for people. So maybe you're reconfiguring, trying to figure out, how do we make this work? Not bad, Aquarius, not bad. There's a lot of thought and work that are associated with these cards. So let's see where this goes, Aquarius. Okay, and we have the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, and it's looking right at these two cards, um, somebody in this relationship, it could be you and your partner, it could be both of you, are, it's been rough. It's been a rough, maybe couple weeks, couple months, year or more, trying to work and make something happen. This is the card that symbolizes the wounded warrior, and he's been fighting a long time. Maybe you feel like you've been fighting a long time, Aquarius, and you're trying to manage your relationships. This is maybe the management card. You manage it because he's the juggler. This is the juggler of the tarot deck. So how are you managing and keeping this solid foundation with your partner? And it's taken a toll. It's taken a toll. So these are neither bad cards or brilliant cards. It's just, it's pretty much reality that we're looking here at somebody's life, and maybe you're thinking, is this worth it? Do I want to continue building? Do I want to continue managing? This is going on for too long. Take it as it resonates with you. Okay, let's see what else comes out for Aquarius for the month of June. Okay, great. Well, we do have a card of victory here. This is the Six of Wands, and it falls under the Two of Pentacles. So with the Six of Wands, it tells me that throughout the month of June, or at least in the beginning, even though there's some hardship and there's going to be some, reconfiguring and growing, with this Six of Wands, it shows that you are going to have some reprieve or relief. There's going to be some, victory, or you're going to feel good about whatever decision you make. I think you might even see that maybe your partner is looking at you a little differently. You might have, really caught his or her attention, or maybe they're catching your attention. Either way, attraction, attention, whatever. Either way, the Six of Wands is really a card about victory. So you're going to overcome something, maybe more toward like the second week in June. Okay, so maybe it's this conversation that you're going to have with how you're going to manage, and you both come to like this place of victory. Maybe it's like a win, and maybe this win is only for that day, for that week, but you will get to experience, um, a more heightened sense of um, happiness or elation, or hopefully you'll feel that. Okay. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, and that sits right underneath the Three of Pentacles. So what this tells me with the Four of Pentacles, I'll hold it up so you see it, that perhaps in order to feel this victory, this sense of honor and having overcome conflict, we need to let go of something. There's something that we're hiding behind in our relationships. It could be our defense mechanisms and how we're communicating with somebody. Okay, because the wands are all about communication. Okay, so with the Four of Pentacles here, and being that it's in the middle of your reading, what are you hiding behind that is giving you this superficial sense of security? Because I think once you let that go and loosen up those pentacles that you're so clinging to, and you release all that energy that says that you need this in order to, or this to survive, I think you'll feel victory. You'll feel honor in doing what's right for you and your partner, because you're not in defense. You're not hiding behind something. Okay, so again, take that as it resonates, because it's going to be different for everyone. But the fact that it lands under the Three of Pentacles tells me, in order to establish new growth, and in order to establish new growth in the relationship, you're going to have to uncling from something that no longer works for you. Maybe it did in the past, but it might no longer. It may no longer. Okay, and I do see a lot of pentacles, so this could actually just be work related and finance related. I mean, I know it's a love reading, but it still can contribute to our romantic lives. How many divorces happen because, financial obligations and hardships? Okay, and great, we also have the Sun here. And that's a really great positive note, because that tells me that, there is positivity and a loosening happening, right? So here we have this tightening grip on this reality. And here is the illumination, the loosening of just sunlight coming in to illuminate everything. Okay. I do think that the Four of Pentacles is right in the middle, because that is almost like the crux of the reading. That's what you need to really kind of focus on, is what are you hiding behind? Let it go to feel the warmth of the sun, the positivity. I also see the sun as like new energy moving in. It's a child on a horse, and this banner, it represents victory again. So we have two cards of victory side by side against the Four of Pentacles. How lovely. So I think what this is telling you is to, yes, release yourself from this false sense of security, of whatever that is. And, I think new energy has this relationship, or whatever you're thinking of, has a fighting chance. Else. Who's lost these cards? I did see the Star card as I was shuffling, and that is you guys, so that's good. All right, let's see. Okay, Ace of Swords. So toward the end of the month, this is that realization. I think you're going to come into this knowing of this new established foundation. Because we have such brilliant cards here indicating victory, I think you're going to come into this new place, possibly in your relationship. This awareness of who we are now, not who we were yesterday and 2 years ago, but who we are today and how we want to make this work. If it's a new relationship, it's maybe this is the how you identify yourself, this knowingness of who you are and how you want to represent yourself. But I think it works both ways. I think you and your partner might come into some kind of higher awareness about who you both are. I'm getting the feeling, though, this is not like a new relationship. I get this feeling that this is been around quite a while. I'm not getting like these cutesy new like love cards or something. I'm just getting this feeling like this is an already established relationship. Okay. And we have the Five of Wands. So, and that falls under the Four of Pentacles. And what this tells me with the Five of Wands is that you're going to have strife. There's going to be competition. There's going to be arguments. That this, if, especially if this is an older relationship, so more than 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, that this is very normal. And I like at least that it's the Five of Wands and not something like the 10 of Swords or something where which might come up, who knows. But this indicates that you're practicing still, you're still learning. As as we're in relationships, we think that we know everything about the person, but really we're always learning and relearning who we are. So you're going to have those troubles, you're going to have more arguments and disagreements, but I think every time you come back to this place of just letting go and not having those same arguments, not hiding behind those same defenses, that you'll have a higher awareness. Okay, and it will bring you lots of goodies. It has the possibility to really bring you into a higher vibration of a relationship with your partner. You can have everything you want if you let go of those things that you are so falsely clinging to, that or that you so falsely believe is meant to be in your life. I think your partner probably wants to give you more. You probably want to give your partner more. But it's, having gone through the stresses of day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, we have to kind of come realign with ourselves and who we are. Okay, so now over here, I'm going to do what you're thinking about this person and the relationship, and over here, what they're thinking about you and the relationship. Okay, what do we have? So what is Aquarius thinking about their partner and their situation? Yeah, so this is a closing out of like all those years, all those weeks or months, whatever. I think it's really years though for, this reading. And I think before I even say it's closing a door to one world and walking into another, I think you really need to take a moment and appreciate the victory and the like this card of celebration and graduation. So when you celebrate, so when you're graduating from college, you don't just all of a sudden that day just jump into a certain career. You're gonna really remind yourself of all the lessons you've learned, of all the classes you've took, of all these special things that you're honored to have had experienced. So but I think you're ready. I think you're ready to transform this relationship. So that's beautiful, Aquarius. What else? So as what you think about this relationship, I think you're really ready to move on to something, a higher level of understanding, of love, of commitment, of compassion. Okay, and with the Knight of Swords. So this could actually be you, Aquarius, because it is, the Knight of Swords, but it doesn't have to be. But you might want to rush and change things immediately. You might want to feel the need to do so many things really quick, and because you have like this energy, especially when this Ace of Swords comes in and you have this realization, you might feel like, okay, it's go time, let's do this, and that's not a bad energy, but if you can temper yourself a little, because you don't want to rush into anything too fast. But I think it's also, you might have some strong words to say to this person sometimes. Um, maybe Aquarius, you're not always the most tempered with your tongue, with the things that you say. So I think it's also a closing out of how to reestablish who you are in your relationship. But like I said, there's going to be conflict, so there's going to be moments where you're just gonna like rah, it happens. And we have death, so we have like real two transformational cards, death and the world. And so I think you're really ready to move on fast. I think that's what I'm reading this as, Aquarius. Like you're ready to go. And I don't think leave this person, and it could be, take it as it resonates, but I think you're ready to go. You've been maybe stagnant for so long, you've been hurt, you've been working so hard that now it's like, let's do this right. Let's freaking move on. Let's put the past behind us and move forward. So I think you're really eager. Let's see what your person is thinking about you or the situation. What is this person thinking about Aquarius or the situation and/or? Okay. Well, it looks like your partner's ready too. I mean, this is all events leading up to this culmination, and now it's the final call. It's judgment time. I think your partner is also ready for this like higher awakening, just this awakening. They're awake to what this is. They want that sunlight. They want all those fun, goody things in the relationship. They're ready too. They hear you. They're sounding their bugle too. So you're both, it seems, possibly right on line with each other. And if this is like a breakup, I mean, it could be, see it as you see fit, but I don't necessarily see that, even though these are very ending cards, judgment, death, the world. I get it. Like those are cards that you can indicate often that it's ending, but I think there's also just a transformation. I don't necessarily see it as ending. I think your partner really wants this. I think he's or she is giving this a fighting chance. I think, like I said, you guys are going to be going at it in the month at sometimes, with this Five of Wands. So, you're going to have things to say, they're going to have things to say, and you are going to come to a head. You are going to come to a head. As this person looks this way, they're going to be fighting over here for something. You're going this way, you want it this way. So don't fall back into the old ways of doing things. But it looks like this person does want it. That card has a lot of passion and fuel added to it. So this person, they're on, they're alive, they're ready to work with you. And then we have the King of Swords. Okay, so Aquarius, this could be you. They want to fight for you. It looks like maybe they're standing their own ground, but they see you and they know that you're smart. They know that you're very analytical and that you can be quite cold and quite detached at the same time. But I think they're looking right at you and I think they want this. I think they're fighting for it. Okay, so let's do some outcome cards up here. I do some outcome cards and then I do like a final word or an advice card. I just want to stop and say one more thing. As I look at these two cards, I sometimes wonder if your partner feels like he or she is trying to get your attention with something and you don't hear this person. Because I'm just looking at the cards and sometimes it feels that way to me. Like this person's like working, like, I feel this or I want this or I'm trying hard to do this. And you're just like, yeah, I don't hear you. I don't see you. So I'm just saying for some people that might be the case. I just looked at the cards. I kind of felt like that's how I read them. So take it as it resonates. Okay. All right. So let's go to the outcome cards. Outcomes. So what are some outcomes for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? All right. So there is that new, I'm happy this ended. This is the outcome card because this is what I've been talking about. Doing something new. bringing in like this new higher vibration, starting over again from like a wealth of love, and putting these uh, more harsher energies behind. So I think you're going to have maybe newfound love for this person. You're going to see each other in a different light. It's going to take time and it's not going to be easy, you know? These cards on the board aren't all blissful and, la-di-da. So what else do we have? Yeah, because there's going to take some healing. Okay, we have the Four of Swords. So there's healing that needs to happen in order to attain this new level of commitment. Okay. I don't know what healing is to you, but maybe it's, backing out of these very harsher energies when you feel them arise, or just, going to the beach, being with your partner, watching a movie, or maybe not being with them and just doing something else for a while. I don't know, but it's the Four of Swords, and I think you need to collect yourselves. I think it's more about like, taking a deep breath, as I just took a deep breath. I think that's what basically this card means. Just take that deep breath and let in the new energy that wants to come in. The Sun energy, the Ace of Cups energy. Okay, and one more card for the outcome, and then we'll go to the final word and advice card. I'll let you go. Okay, these both wanted to fall over. Or three. I didn't even realize there were three cards here. Whew, okay, so this is a lot. There's a lot for one outcome card. Yeah, so we're coming into new levels of commitment. These are all the lessons we've learned in order to establish a new commitment. So you could either go back to the old ways where you cling and dwell in those old behaviors, old fights, old arguments, keeping each other, holding them to like a minimum rather than a maximum. Okay, but you have this choice to raise each other up or cut the cord. So I'll put the Hierophant in the middle because that's, you have this choice. Which way do you want to go? You could either reestablish a new relationship of harmony, or we can go back to limited beliefs, addictions, and stuff like that. So let's get that one final card. It's like the final word or piece of advice. What final word or piece of advice do we have? Final word and piece of advice. Five of Pentacles. So as the final word and piece of advice, it would be help each other out. Get each other out from the blackness, the darkness of, your past beliefs. Walk each other to higher love. Not to sound like that song, but don't keep each other bound to your old habits and past experiences. You really want to move into the light of the lovers, into the warmth of the sun, into new possibilities. That's what month of June is all about for you, is really not just escaping. You're not running away, but you're guiding each other through this new love, your new love of how you identify each other, into just something that will live longer, go on stronger, because these energies eventually they just give out. It's like gaseous, gaseous, gas. My thing of gas when it just explodes, it will just disappear. But these energies, they live on forever and ever. Okay, so Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. All right, thanks for joining the Tarot Writer. Thanks, guys.